When I'm on my way to do the recording for this episode, the father of Joseph Schooling, Colin Schooling, has just passed on. My condolences to the Schooling family. May his soul rest in peace. Welcome to Lepak with Ant. Let's hear what our guests have to say. Or there are beans to spill. Strap on the seatbelt and let's go for a ride with me. We can learn from our guest's story. So, subscribe to my channel as we can experience life journeys together. Alright, for the first time, I had a female guest in my episode. Let us hear from her. And would you like to introduce yourself to our viewers?
Yep, sure. Hi everyone, my name is Yenny and I'm a former Wushu athlete.
Alright.
Yep. And
maybe you can share a bit more.
Yeah, and now a physiotherapist.
You represented Singapore in the Wushu in the 2013 SEA Games in Myanmar as well. Then the following year, you had a wonderful experience in Incheon in the Asian Games.
Yeah, that's correct.
Alright, would you like to share a bit more about your experience about these two games?
I think both were a very, very great experience. So 2013 SEA Games was my first major game ever.
2013?
2013,
Alright, that's the Myanmar, right?
Myanmar SEA Games, yes, correct.
Okay.
And I was 16 back then, 16 and a half.
16 and a half, alright. I mean, at the time you're still pursuing your studies, right? You are with Republic Poly?
I was with Republic Poly studying sports and exercise sciences.
Alright, okay.
Yeah, and it's also very good because Republic Poly is very supportive of athletes, student athletes. So had a lot of leeway in terms of training and competition in school. Yeah, so 2013 Myanmar SEA Games was great. First major competition. Met a lot of new friends, and from there, through the achievements from the Myanmar SEA Games, we managed to go over and progress to the 2014 Asian Games.
Oh. Would you be expecting much, especially in the 2013 being your first major games?
To be honest, I was only hoping like a top 8 finish because the athletes that I know are people that I really, really look up to since I was a child. Alright. Yeah, so when I first picked up Wushu, I already know these athletes because they are...
You mean your competitors?
Yeah, my competitors.
Oh, okay, alright.
Because when I was at the Myanmar SEA Games 2013, I was way too young.
Okay.
So the competitors are like in their mid-20s.
Alright.
Yeah, so to me, they are my idols and I'm competing with them. So it was a very, very good experience. And yeah, I managed to finish top 8. It was quite surprising. And from there, I think I learned to set a new benchmark and I know where I stand now. So at 2014 Incheon Asian Games, I had higher expectations of myself and I was expecting a top 5. Which I managed to do so and very pleased with the results.
Maybe you would like to share what actually did you manage to secure a medal?
So 2013 Myanmar SEA Games, I managed to win a silver medal.
Wow. In your first major games, you secured a silver at the age of 16 and a half. Alright. And then how would you actually cope, right? The demand of the training as well as your studies?
I have to say for this, I'm very, very fortunate because Republic Polytechnic is very supportive of student athletes. So even though I have to train 6 days a week, plus 1 on Sunday is my rest day, but so on the rest day I don't train at the national team, but I train outside. So technically 7 days a week.
How you manage to cope, especially your school is very to the extreme north, right? And where is the training center?
That's at Serangoon. So this is the thing, a lot of people commented about the distance. So for reference, I live in Pasir Ris and I study in Woodlands. Republic Polytechnic is in Woodlands. And then my training center was at Serangoon. And then I have to go back to Pasir Ris at night. So my typical day would be waking up around 5-ish to prepare for school because I study all the way in Woodlands.
Yep.
And sometimes school starts at 8 a.m. And those that study at Republic Polytechnic will know that you cannot be late, not even for 1 minute. So yeah, we always reach much earlier than that. And yeah, we usually finish school around 4, so then I'll go for training. On the way to training, that buffer time on the bus, MRT, that's when we do our studying and homework.
Wow.
That's very common in athletes.
Wow. So you have to actually, from point to point, right?
Yeah.
You have to make an effort, do some studies for just say there's an exam coming up or just have to finish your homework.
Yeah, just homework or studying.
Okay, and then you
on
have
the
dives
way.
on the way to training.
Yeah.
And then you dive into the training.
Yeah.
And by then, I think you really almost depleted in terms of energy. But
that's a physical energy, but mentally more or less still there. So we can still do something on the way home because the bus journey home from Serangoon to Pasir Ris takes about 1 hour. So 1 hour you can get a lot done. And I try to maximize my time because we only have 24 hours in a day. So if we do not use the traveling time to study, then that means I have to do it when I get home, which is around 11 p.m.
Wow.
So
on a normal day, right, I would say that your day will start as early as 5 a.m.
Yeah.
And it ends just past midnight or something like that.
On good days, maybe just past midnight.
Wow, on good days. If let's say not so good day will be?
Terrible, it's really terrible. Some days,
Wow, okay, then you only have 2 hours of sleep, to rest.
But I didn't think it was bad back then. Maybe because I was in the hustle for so many years, right? When we go to school, I don't feel that tired. Maybe because we are used to it. But my friends will ask me, "Hey, how long did you sleep last night?" And I say, "Oh, last night was okay lah. I slept 5-6 hours." Which is still okay, I think. But they will say, "Oh my goodness, you don't sleep 8 hours." I'm like, what is 8 hours of sleep?
Okay, that would be a luxury for you.
I think I never had that in the very competitive.
Okay, I mean that effort actually paid off because you managed to win silver, right? In your category, that will be your Changquan.
Changquan.
Alright, and then moving on to 2014, when you first heard that you are representing Singapore in the Asian Games, what was the feeling then? You can recall?
To be honest, I was scared. Yeah, because I had my debut when I was 16 and a half. But I thought that was a one-off. And when I was selected for the 2014 Asian Games, I was the only female in my category. Yeah, so there was one female Changquan competitor, which was me, and one male Changquan competitor, which is Yong Yixiang. And the rest are Tai Chi Chuan athletes. And we train separately. So between the Changquan category, there is me and Yixiang, but he was training full-time in China back then. Which means that it was me alone. I had to go through the whole training, everything alone, and on top of that, I sustained quite a bad injury on my foot back then, and it impacted my training a lot. So the preparation was tough. I was scared because I felt so alone.
How was the day actually? It's the same like you had in 2013 when you were preparing for the SEA Games?
It was very different. I guess because I had expectations of myself.
Alright.
After I set the bench mark at 2013 SEA Games, I knew that if I go for Asian Games, I look at the name list of competitors. I mean, we all keep in contact with our friends from other countries. It's always the same few competitors. So we know who was selected, who's not. And from there, I start to look and analyze and see, where can I stand in this? And out of this, maybe top 10 of competitors, what are their strengths? What are their weaknesses? And I know some things I cannot win them. For example, amount of training time. To us, training is not a full-time job, but to athletes in Vietnam, Indonesia, that's their full-time job. So maybe they train 3 to 4 times a day, but for us, we train once a day, which is not enough. So I had to work on things that are my strengths. So for example, things that take a lot of training to produce difficulty jumps. So you know in Wushu you have to do jump and spin.
Yes, correct.
The more rounds you spin, the more difficult it is.
Okay, higher score you get.
Yes, correct. So for competitors in like Vietnam, Indonesia, they can spin 2 rounds, perfect. Yeah. But for me, I can only spin 1 round, maximum 1.5. So I didn't work on the spin. We all can work towards spinning how many rounds we want, right? But it's about the landing.
Okay.
As long as you flinch a bit, that's it. There goes the medal.
Okay. So is you able to go into the process of fine-tuning where you think that will benefit you or you can leverage on to have advantage to gain a point from the so-called referee. Then.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So I mean, it's good that you know where you are able to capitalize on your strength and put up a better performance. And at the end of the day, right? Was it a surprise bronze that you actually secured?
I think it was actually quite a surprise because I was expecting top 5.
Okay.
But top 5, I was thinking maybe 4th or 5th lah.
All right. Yeah. Are you able to relate that experience when you knew when all competitors have done their routines?
Yeah.
All right, and then you knew you secured the bronze. Are you able to bring back us to that time?
Oh, it gives me shivers now.
How were you feeling?
So as soon as they announced the score, my contact lens degree was not accurate lah.
Okay.
So they flashed on the screen. I couldn't see. I was squinting.
Okay.
And then my coach was screaming. I turned back. I was like, huh? Why are you screaming at me? And then I look at the bigger screen. I had to squint again.
All right.
And I see that, looks like a number 2 or 3. It doesn't look like 4, 5 or 6.
Okay.
And then my coach grabbed me and he hugged me.
Okay.
And then I knew I won, but I was just so frozen. And then we had to walk out of the arena.
Okay.
I was still trying to catch my breath, trying to absorb everything, but because it's not home ground, the people that cheer for me are my teammates, which are only quite a few of them. That was
it's only handful.
Yeah. So we can't really hear the cheers, and just everything was blank. And as soon as I stepped out of the arena, all the interviewers, all of them started taking their microphone, the media. And I was like, I can't handle this.
Okay, but it was too overwhelming at the point of time when you step out from the arena.
So I went straight to my nurse, Jiani. Yeah, she was there as well because of my injury.
Before that, you told me that there was an injury. I mean, that did not actually stop you, right?
It didn't.
But at a certain point, I think, you were about to give up, but you persevere on. Right? I would say the most wonderful decision that you have actually made. If you have back out and then let's go bronze, and then
I agree.
So sometimes it's just that you only half a step away. Just making that effort.
There were so many times I told my coach, I can't do it. I'm in pain. I can't cope. I don't think I can even win. But then I went there. I changed my whole mindset. I told myself that I'm just going to do my best. And let the result do its own magic.
I mean, it's always if you take care of the processes, right? The outcome will take care by itself. So generally, when you go there, and then you start to prepare yourself from different perspectives, from different angles, for that 2 minutes, 1.5 minutes performance.
1.5.
1.5 minute performance, right? Okay. Going back to the after you have won. All right. Then reality didn't really sit into you, and it actually took you a while before come to the realization that actually won a bronze.
It took me a while.
The bronze is not in Southeast Asian Games, but in Asian Games.
It was very big.
That was a big game.
And as soon as I stepped out, because there were a lot of media, local and foreign, all the microphones, big cameras, lights. The first person I went to was just a familiar face, my nurse. Ran to her, I hugged her, and then I think she knew I was too overwhelmed, so she brought me back to the training area, which is enclosed. And then I just sat down. I don't know whether to cry because of the pain or to cry because tears of joy.
Tears of joy,
So I just walked there a bit blur, and then my other coach said congratulations very calmly, and then it started to sink in that I won a medal at the Asian Games. It is a big thing. Yeah, and then my nurse started to treat my foot.
Okay.
Took my phone out. All the messages were coming in. Too overwhelmed.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, it's a lifetime experience. Everybody would love to go through, right?
Yeah.
So based on that, when you achieve all these things, you are still a student.
Yeah.
All right, and then that is even a great achievement, right? Because you need to balance between studies and the demand of the training. As you said, technically, there's no rest for you on a daily basis.
Yeah.
Wake up early in the morning and train all the way to past midnight. By the time you go to the sack, right, or it's really past midnight.
Yeah.
All right. In that, about 2 or 3 years, right? What have you actually gained in terms of life experience, which you are applying into this context?
Actually, I would say it's not just that 2 or 3 years that taught me a lot of things. I guess doing any sport itself will teach you values that you never knew you could learn.
All right. Okay.
For example, discipline, commitment, leadership, sportsmanship. Just so many things, and I learned to not give up. That's one of the biggest takeaways from sport that I have. No matter how hard times are, things will get better eventually. You'll get over it. Training is tiring. Okay, we'll get over it.
Okay, all right. After you graduated from SIT, currently what you are doing right now?
Okay, so I'm a physiotherapist now, and so I knew I wanted to become a physiotherapist since I was 15 years old, and my visit to the physiotherapist and doctors have always made me feel good, happy, because I feel that people understand my pain, and I'm not alone. People, they work as a team to go through the whole journey to recovery with me. So that was when I knew I wanted to become a physiotherapist, and I also knew there was something in me that wants to help. For example, when my teammates get injured, as simple as taking an ice or a band-aid makes me feel happy that they are feeling better. So that's why I wanted to pursue physiotherapy, and which is also why I went to Republic Poly to study sports and exercise sciences. And from there, I went into Singapore Institute of Technology, Trinity College of Dublin, for the honours degree in Bachelor of Science Physiotherapy.
So that is a 4 years degree?
Yes, it's a 4 years degree.
It's direct honours.
Yeah, direct honours.
Okay, so I think you graduated last year?
Actually, this year.
Oh, this year. Okay. All right. And so, but you have started working with the clinic, right?
Yeah. Physiotherapy is very important, especially in. I mean, everyone really. Minor injury, you shouldn't neglect it. Always seek medical advice. Good to see a physio to identify what are some problems and how to rehabilitate it to not just recover from this injury, but prevent recurrence of the injury.
Being a physiotherapist right now, right? What would be the fulfillment that you're looking for?
If we are talking about objective results, definitely is to see patients get better throughout the sessions and feel better, not just in terms of pain, but range of motion, and also being able to return to the things they enjoy doing. Can be as simple as baking, can be as simple as running, or going back to the sport competitively. So that is the objective measure of what I hope to look out for in a patient. But for self-development wise, I guess it's just a never-ending journey of learning from every patient I see. So every patient I see, I get to learn something new. Like I see a new type of position of the knee, or the position of the ankle, or the thickness of one of the tendon, things like that. So yeah, never-ending learning. And also because I'm quite new in this industry, I always seek help from my supervisors or any seniors, not just from my clinic, but other clinics as well. Keen to learn. You know, this. I mean, if let's say I'm a mentor, right? I definitely will like to share if you are one who are forthcoming and willing to learn and willing to listen. You know, definitely, right? Okay. So just before we let you go, will be any advice that you would like to have for our viewers? I guess I would use my life motto. Do what? Follow your heart. Yeah.
Follow your heart.
Yes, follow your heart.
Trust your heart.
Yeah, trust what you. So always have a goal in mind. Believe in your goal. It doesn't matter if it's too ambitious or not. Just work towards it.
Alright.
Yeah.
Okay. So
because it has worked out for me pretty well.
Alright. Okay.
Yeah,
I mean,
in the sports and my career wise.
Yeah.
Yes.
If the viewers were to reach out to you to seek treatment, would there be any link or contact that they can reach out to you?
Yeah, you guys can DM me on my Instagram at theninjaphysio.
Alright,
yes.
okay, I'll leave the link at whatever in the description box. Alright, if anybody who wish to seek any treatment, alright, please reach out to her.
Yes, the Ninjaphysio.
Alright,
yes.
Okay. Thank you, Yenny, so much for your time. Alright, okay. Thank you, bye-bye.
Thank you, bye-bye.
The difference between who you are and who you want to be is what you do. Yenny's success story too comes with a price. She needed to sacrifice freedom, time and sleep, which is an important component to an elite athlete. End of the day, she managed to achieve her sporting goal by securing a silver medal in the 2013 Myanmar Sea Games and a bronze medal in the 2014 Asian Games in Incheon, Korea. After she achieved her sporting goals, she went on to take a degree in physiotherapy and graduated with an honor this year. With her life motto, "Follow your heart," she managed to overcome many life obstacles and challenges along the way to achieve what she had today. So much for today's episode. Cheers and bye for now.